Hello and welcome to this month's investment fund update for November 2023. We really appreciate you making the time to come discuss Williams Corporation investment funds, and I hope that I'm able to give you some really good value and really close out the end of the year on a really positive note. So thank you very much for making the time. As with all good presentations, particularly in the funds and financial space, they'll start with a good, clear disclaimer. The answer to this is I'm not a financial advisor, and what we discuss here is general, and any reference to Williams Corporation Capital, First Mortgage Investments, Williams Corporation Capital Partnership, or the Completed Homes LP is expressly subject to the relevant disclaimers we're making now and in general knowledge used for investors to inform themselves, but it is important that you seek independent advice when assessing these options or when considering investment with the funds. So thank you, and I know it's a tedious thing to do, but as always, a good legal disclaimer is a great way to start a presentation. By way of introduction and the agenda for today's meeting, I am Richard Carr, the funds manager here at Williams Corporation. I'm really proud to be that and present to you today. We're going to go over the Williams Corporation machine and how we're performing and how we're trading in the current climate. We're going to discuss the group, the current market dynamics, including some of the recent changes presented by the government. We're going to talk about the current investors and the liquidity and the process that we've been following, which is fantastic. And then we'll just affirm those fund objectives around the intention of the fund, how we're performing, and how we see it moving forward into the future. About Williams Corporation, to date, we've currently delivered 1,913 homes, which is a fantastic record for any company. We're out there doing the business every day. We're issuing settlement notices. We're closing sales. We're getting people to come into the office, engage with us, engage with our product, which is fantastic. Testament to that is the over $1 billion in sales value. Now, Matthew's been using this number for about a month and a half now, and we can confirm finally that all the sales that have been settled, all of the numbers are correct, and we have reached over that $1 billion target, and it's a fantastic thing to see, and that's after GST sales. So that's a true net revenue of over $1 billion. So Williams Corporation has managed to achieve something that very few businesses do, which is over $1 billion in revenue. It's a fantastic, fantastic goal and a fantastic thing to achieve. And as we joked, on to the next billion. We've already started, we're underway, and we're going to continue getting those sales and continue achieving the high levels of results that we've come to expect from ourselves and what our investors have expected from us. Currently, Williams Corporation has 477 homes underway with an estimated value of $360 million, which is a great book to have. We'd like to turn that book over. We'd like to sell those homes on the market. We're dealing with customers and we're seeing the market really start to pick up. So we're hoping to cross some of those books off. Now, 278 of those homes are actually available for purchase currently. And so it's great to have some of those sales secured in advance, around 200 of them, and then 278 still available for purchase. We highly recommend, if any investor or purchaser is interested, that you call up or discuss with one of our client consultants. They can walk you through the stock list, they can walk you through what's available, and really discuss the qualities of Williams Corporation products, make you fall in love with the product the same way that we do, and know that you'll get a great outcome with the team. 6 of the sites that we currently have are being planned, and we're going through some iterations using some new innovative models, such as the Cashel Street Studio Loft, which I'll go into a bit more detail later, as well as our Air Home product, our modular home. Or they're being actively divested, given we're just assessing the market and deciding where we want to deploy our capital in the upcoming market of 2024. Those 2 sites that are under contract are fantastic, and we do hope to see those settle. That includes one of the sites that we look to expand into Australia in Brisbane, and it's a really strong engagement. It's a fantastic result for both us as the vendors as well as the future purchasers. So we're pretty happy with how that progress is tracking. As of today, and updated this morning by myself, Williams Corporation Funds has $114 million in funds under management, which is a huge amount of wholesale investors who've trusted us to deliver on our promises and to continue to support building high quality homes in New Zealand. 5 new investors were being onboarded at the moment. So they've signed the documentation. We're going through a due diligence process with them. They're making sure that they're comfortable with us. And then we'll do the same experience that all our investors have, which is they'll get to sit down, consider the opportunity, and then make that investment. The company goal has changed slightly in the past 6 weeks. And that goal is that we're going to build 300 homes a year with excellence over the next 2 years. And we're going to absolutely cap the number of homes that we're building to 500 homes. Now, we've gone through this cycle. We've seen what COVID did. We've seen how interest rates have fluctuated and changed the market pressures. We know that there's a fantastic purchaser pool. We know that we can build a fantastic machine delivering excellence in the New Zealand housing market at 500 homes per year. Our expectations are, as the market continues to recover from the recent downturn, we'll achieve those results of 300 homes this coming year and next coming year, and then we'll be able to really catalyze and move into that 500 homes a year again. So we're excited about that. We think that this goal aligns to a strategically profitable option for the company. And most importantly, it's aligned to a very safe and conservative position for all our investors and ensures that we're matching delivery to demand for our product. And we can continue to build a pipeline of unsatisfied demand. So every time we release something, we've got a queue at the door who wants a high quality Williams Corporation home in that location. In terms of overall group performance, this is a chart which I've happily prepared. As most of you know, I love my data. This is a rolling 3-month performance. What it provides is a really clear indication of where we're seeing market sentiment materialize over time. Most people sign a contract, they start considering the investment option, and it doesn't just happen immediately. It takes sometimes up to 90 days for that contract to transition through into an unconditional purchase agreement or sometimes a cancellation. What we've got here is a clear indication around what we saw at the end of 2022, that decline into the summer season through December, January, February. We saw an increase in activity coming out of summer. In May, we achieved a great result when we launched 346 Cashel Street, where we launched 8 Wilmer Street, and those were really well-priced product in a fantastic location in Christchurch, and they were sold unconditionally off the plan straight away. It's that innovative product that we saw really bolster the market at a time when it was really struggling to get some runs on the board. What we've seen materialize in the final quarter of this year has been fantastic trading performance, a really high work output and ethic from our client consultants, supporting customers and getting over the line. The new governments come into play, people are more confident, and the market intel is starting to suggest that we've had month on month increase in house prices, and now we're starting to see that confidence return, which we hope will support additional sales into the new year. We're excited. I hope you're excited as well, but it's great to have that level of volume represented, not only in the way that we're feeling, but also in the data that's presented. Sales performance very quickly in November was 19 sales with 11.5 million, of which 2/3 was conducted in Christchurch. So fantastic work to the Christchurch market. It remains a really attractive option for investors and homeowners. Auckland and Wellington sharing the remaining third at around 15 and 18% each. In terms of settlements, it was a bigger month for settlements than sales this month, where we did manage to settle one of our Selwyn Street properties in Tauranga, which is a fantastic outcome. The company was able to deliver a really high quality product in a beautiful location. If you're interested in purchasing in Tauranga, please reach out to the team. We can explain the product and how valuable it is, its location, its beautiful finishing and detail that made it a desirable choice for us in the first place. Otherwise, Christchurch still remains the heart and soul of the company, with 52% of the settlements achieving in November, down there with Wellington having some great success at 35% settlement notices being sent. As discussed, one of the highlighted developments I do want to share is this is 346 Cashel Street. It was completed This year, it was launched this year. We delivered it on a fantastic timeline with a fantastic margin. And it's really innovative in the way in which it catalyzed the ability for the market to pick it up and purchase it. Is these are studio loft units. So in the second photo, you can see this beautiful master bedroom that's been laid out in a loft style, which does use a really creative approach on an A-frame home, which has allowed us to maximize value while minimizing cost. We saw huge, big windows placed into it. It's a really well designed, a fantastic job from our internal design team and a fantastic job from our delivery team to pick up, deliver a new product in the market. We're really excited about how it's performed, and we'll look to launch more of this type of product in the future. These were priced very competitively in the mid fours. And so if you're an investor looking for investment property sub 500,000, these were the products for you. And we're excited to launch additional products such as Awaroa Road and 18 Wilmer Street, which have very similar characteristics, very similar layouts. In terms of market conditions, we've seen the summer confidence come back. We've seen more activity, more engagement. We've seen multiple real estate agents discuss the auction rates and clearance rates they're seeing. We've seen multiple increases in pricing expectation, vendors in the market, purchasers returning, and that all comes down to a few key things. One, confidence is driven by how you feel, and people are sick of feeling like it's a long, hard fight ahead. We've seen the end of the tunnel on inflation. We've seen the end of the tunnel on interest rates. We know that the future is going to be better tomorrow than it is today. And that's a fantastic place to be as an investor who's able to really look at the opportunities being presented in the market today to build your wealth and create a great outcome. 2024 is earmarked as the end of the global decline. Is across the entire country, we've seen what's happened here. But when you expand out to the world, is it's consistent with what the US, Europe, Asia, Australia are all reporting as well. Inflation's declining, interest rates are plateauing, confidence is returning, and we're starting to see that big global engine rev up and get excited for the future. In New Zealand, we're seeing an increase in rental pressure, with rents outpacing inflation and outpacing wage growth and outpacing capital value appreciation. It's a great time to be a landlord in the market. Those rents are offsetting a lot of those cost increases. Yes, you need to structure your leases. Yes, you need to work with your tenants. Yes, you want to maintain a long-term relationship with them. But we're seeing migration at levels that we've never had recorded before. We're seeing a demand for high-quality homes. We're seeing all of the important key fundamentals around rental pressure continue to mount, and we believe that will continue into 2024 and provide further rental escalation to offset higher interest costs. If you're interested in discussing around that rental pressure and how to best position your rental properties, we're more than happy to give you our view and more than happy to put you in touch with some of the property managers that we use. One of the ways that we're capitalizing on that rental pressure in the current market is with short-term accommodation, where we're seeing, again, Airbnb in our case, but other rental booking platforms able to get people in the homes paying elevated rental rates to offset the higher holding costs associated with interest rates and maintenance. It's a fantastic way of playing both sides of the market and really supporting providing high quality homes to people who need them. The government was put in place finally after a long negotiation. We've got a three-party coalition, which is a fantastic outcome. Is for New Zealand, we have a National, ACT and NZ First government. It's the first time we've seen a three-party coalition. Now, they came out very strongly and shared some of their coalition action lists and 100-day plan. The big things for housing include the return of the 90-day no-clause evictions, the reduction in the notice period provided to end a periodic tenancy, pet bonds, a big win for ACT, and for all landlords who really do want to support people who are trying to grow a family with a dog or a cat, but don't want to put that additional stress or risk on the property. Mortgage deductibility is good for property investors who've been in the market for a long time, who feel that they were unfairly taxed and burdened by these changes from the previous government. So it's great to see that accelerated as a result of that ACT position. And we're really excited to see the Brightline test return down to 2 years. It was a system that was designed for 2 years and not for 10. And it's a great place to be, where we expect to see more activity, more investor confidence, and more engagement in the market now that people aren't unfairly taxed for any variation. Finally, one of the market conditions we're seeing is the development pipeline across the country continues to constrict, and we're seeing less new consents being launched across the entire country. As a result, we will see less housing finish and complete in 2024. We will see less housing starts in 2024 and less completions in 2025. That will further compound the pressure we're seeing in the rental market and the house prices as a result of our high levels of migration and the ongoing growth of our major cities. Now, just a quick, that's the market, that's the company. I'm really excited just to give you a quick investor update. At the moment, we have 257 investors with 114.6 million of funds under management. Total issuance to date for Williams Corporation wholesale funds is 271 million, and total redemptions that we've paid out is 157 million. It's a fantastic level of liquidity. It's a fantastic story around how we do what we say we're going to do and how we continue to deliver on our promises. We want investors to be engaged with us. We want them to stay in the fund. However, as circumstances change, we know that investors want to be able to redeem, they want to be able to purchase property, and then they come back into the fund getting that 10% return paid quarterly. And we've really built a relationship on maintaining those investors, and we want to continue supporting it. The dividends are getting paid this month, and I'm really happy to say that. And we've paid 39.5 million in dividends to our wholesale investors since we launched. Now, this month, we're going to go over 40 million with about $2.3 million worth of dividends being paid to you as an investor, which is a fantastic outcome. We're really, really excited about the results we've achieved this year and really excited to see ourselves evolve into the future. Finally, the growth objectives and the overall fund objectives remain the same. We at Williams Corporation want to raise wholesale capital so we can self-fund developments and we can have a really secure, resilient, stable delivery pipeline so that we can continue to build affordable homes in New Zealand and try and do our little piece in solving the housing crisis. That goal of 250 million, we believe, is achievable over the next 18 months. We believe it's achievable because we're going to see increased investor confidence. We're going to see increased potential investor engagement in the wholesale market as housing increases. We're going to see ongoing development of the financial markets. It's a really great place to be. We know that we have a fantastic product with great security. We're really excited to continue introducing the fund to new investors, as well as seeking additional investment from our current funders. If you've got anybody who you know would be interested as a wholesale investor, please don't be concerned about reaching out to the team and making an introduction. We do it all the time, and we understand that it may make you uncomfortable, but we do want to support you in that engagement and help you introduce people to the fund for those reasons. It's a fantastic fund. We're really proud about what we've achieved. We're really excited going into 2024 that we're going to be able to continue to deliver really strong returns, really stable company performance, and continue to nail this big problem that New Zealand has, which is a lack of housing that's going to lead to increased rentals and increased house prices again. Finally, the end of year social session in Christchurch at our head office is on Tuesday, the 12th of December. Apologies for the typo on that, at 4 p.m. We're really excited about having anyone who's interested in property coming along. We want all of our investors there. We want all of our clients there. We want all of our purchasers there, and anybody who's interested in property to join us. That's at Tuesday, 12th of December at 4 p.m. at the main Christchurch office just off Cathedral Square, 2 Cathedral Square. Otherwise, we've got open days running by appointment during the Christmas break. Please contact one of the client consultants. They're more than happy to arrange a time for a viewing if you're interested in going to one, as well as Mahua Lane, which will be every Saturday between 12 and 4. Thank you very much for your support during this year. Thank you very much for your ongoing engagement as investors, and we're really excited about what we're going to achieve in 2024 with your ongoing support. Thank you for attending. Please reach out to myself directly if you've got any further questions, and have a Merry Christmas and a great New Year, and I hope you have a fantastic break. Thank you very much for your time, and please look after yourselves during the break.